Today I want to show you how to quickly create the macros for your Corne keyboard with VR. The first step is to authorize the device. Then what you do is to go into the macro section. This will allow you to program your macros, and you can see I have a couple of macros that I have programmed so far. One of the easier ways of programming the macro is to go into a full screen mode. Then you can record the keystrokes and stop. So this will show D, F, G, H, J if I were to press them, if I were to use the macro. The other way is to use the this code related version where you can type out the keys that you really want to use. And I realized that this is probably the easiest way and the most accurate one if you are going to press macros for keyboard shortcuts that may pop up in an application. For example, I have a keyboard shortcut that I use to shift my windows around, like this and this, and it goes through an application. So when I press the keyboard shortcut to pop the application out, VR actually can't record the macros. So what you do is, if you want to put keys together, you can just put them in space brackets like that. So here's an example. For example, the app that I use, I will need to use Command plus Shift plus space in order to pop the app up. So what I do is, you can look for Command. It doesn't have that, but it's the window key, and Shift. So you just type the key that you want to put into it, and space, as I'll say. When you're done, you can close the bracket. So that would create a set of keys to be pressed together. Then in this case, because the window pops up, there needs to be a slight delay. So what you do is, again with this bracket numbers, and I'll put 100 milliseconds because that's what I realized would work for my software. You may need to use another number depending on what you need. Then to put my window to a full screen mode, and I just have to press space after that, and space. Why do I keep pressing the wrong key? Oh yes, correct. And then close it off. You can hit save afterwards to test, to go back into the previous tab and check the macro. Once you pressed it, go back to this GUI version, and you can see what is happening. So Command Shift space will be held down together, then Shift space and Command will be released. So like this is being pressed down, this is being released. You can see I made a mistake here. This is backspace, but I wanted space. So let's go back and space. Okay. And when I hit save, move back over, it says it's space. Now the only thing left for you to do to put your macros into your keyboard is to go into a key, whichever key you want it to be. In this case, you can just say this button. Go back to your key mat and macros, and put the macro that you want here. That's it for creating macros with VR. If you want a full article on how I have set up my Corne keyboard, including how I found the right firmware version, how I upgraded the firmware, and how I set it up with VR and remap, you can go into the article that I link in the description below. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy your Corne keyboard.